In this video, we'll be learning how to calculate definite integrals with our TI-Nspire CX graphical calculator. And we'll be doing that by working through the example we see here, in which we're simply told to evaluate the definite integral going from 2 to 6 of 0.5x squared minus 3x plus 6. Okay, well, as I often do, I'll write SOL for solution here. And really, all we need is our TI-Nspire CX calculator. So here you can see that I'm on the home screen, and to evaluate this definite integral, we're going to be working with the Scratchpad, so that's on the left-hand side of the screen here. And so I can click on either Calculate or Graph, it really doesn't matter. I'll click on Calculate. As we can see here, I've got some previous calculations which are still there, which will often be the case for you as well. And a good habit to take, trust me on that, is to make sure that you clear the Scratchpad before you do anything. So a very quick reminder of how to do that. We click on Dock on the calculator, then scroll up once, and you should see Clear Scratchpad all the way at the bottom here. And so we click on that. Done. All right, now there are several ways of calculating definite integrals with this calculator, or at least there are several ways that I know of. And trust me when I say I believe it's worth knowing all of them, since from one exam question to the next, one of the three methods may seem more convenient than the other at that time. And there are three methods that I know of. The first of which is probably the fastest, is to quite literally type all of this into our Scratchpad directly. And here's how I would do that. I'd click on Menu, followed by the fourth option, Calculus, followed by the second option, Numerical Integral. So I click on that. We can now see the integral symbol, and all we have to do is complete the lower limit, the upper limit, copy the function here, and we'll specify the variable right behind the d that we see here to make sure that it looks like dx. So let's go. The lower limit of our integral is 2, and the upper limit will be 6. So I'll quickly type those. That's 2 here, and I type 6 at the top, like so. And inside this box, I'm going to copy the function that we have. And there's no need to type parentheses. The calculator will do that for us. So let's see. We have 0.5x squared minus 3x plus 6. And as you can see, the parentheses have appeared. And so all that's left to do now is type the x following the letter d at the end here. So I place myself in that box and I type x. Now that I've typed it all, I can see quite clearly that it matches what we have on the screen here. And so I click on Enter. And we're done. Rounding that answer to 3 significant figures, we can state that this definite integral is equal to 10.7. And so in a test or an exam, you want to make sure that you copy the actual definite integral, so the integral from 2 to 6 of 0.5x squared minus 3x plus 6, and that's equal to 10.7. And I'll underline that and specify in parentheses that that's rounded to 3 significant figures. And we're done. Now what's nice about this is that this works for much more complicated functions, including functions that we wouldn't be able to integrate by hand. So knowing how to do this can be very useful. That being said, let me also show you how I could also evaluate this definite integral from a plotted function. So for that, I'm going to move over to the graph section of the Scratchpad. And so all I have to do here is click on this second tab that I have in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. So I click there. And now I'll actually enter this function. So f1 of x is 0.5x squared minus 3x plus 6. And I'm happy with what I've typed, so I click on Enter. Okay, and I'll get this label out of the way. Let me just drag that to the side, like so. And now the remaining 2 ways I want to show you of how to evaluate this definite integral both involve the function we've just entered into our calculator. First of all, the graphical way. So on this graph, I can go ahead and evaluate this integral by clicking on Menu, followed by the 6th option, Analyze Graph, followed by the 6th option again, Integral. So I click on that. Now in the lower left-hand corner of the calculator screen, you can now see that it's asking for a lower bound, and that corresponds to the lower limit of the integral. And it may feel a little bit odd here because there's no box in which to type the lower bound. So anywhere on the screen, like where I am right now, but it really doesn't matter, anywhere we simply type the number 2. And we can see that a text box appeared with the number 2 inside it, and we simply have to click on Enter. It's now registered that lower bound and is now asking for an upper bound. And the upper bound, of course, corresponds to the upper limit of the integral, which is 6. So again, it doesn't matter where I place myself on the screen, provided I'm to the right-hand side of the lower bound. And all I have to do is type 6. Again, a text box appeared and we can now see the number 6 inside it. And so all I have to do now is click on Enter. And we're done. We can see that the calculator has shaded that gray area underneath the curve, and it's telling us that it's equal to 10.7, which is exactly what we had here rounded to 3 significant figures. Now in this case, it's worth pointing out that the function we're dealing with has a curve which is completely above the x-axis. And for such cases, the definite integral that we calculate here will equal to the area enclosed by the curve and the x-axis between the lower and upper limits of the integral. And if you're an IBAISL student, according to your syllabus, you'll only be calculating areas enclosed by a curve and the x-axis for functions that are above the x-axis. So the method we're seeing here with the calculator is the only one you need to know, both for definite integrals and for areas enclosed by a curve and the x-axis. If you're an IBAA student though, so that's SL or HL, then do keep in mind that if ever the curve crosses the x-axis and goes underneath it, then the definite integral will not be equal to the enclosed area. And we'll be seeing how to deal with such cases in a video dedicated to areas underneath curves with this calculator. That being said, I carry on and I show you the last method I know of for calculating definite integrals with this calculator. So, still on the calculator screen here, notice that the function we just plotted is f1 of x. And that function is now stored in the Scratchpad's memory. And with that in mind, if I go back to the calculator page here, so I just have to click on the tab in the upper left-hand corner, so I click on the calculator, we can also calculate this definite integral by calling upon f1 of x instead of having to retype the function's equation like we did here. And so here's how we would do that. I'd click on Menu, followed by Calculus, followed by Numerical Integral again, so I click on that. And the lower and upper limits would still be the same, so I'd have 2 here, I'd have 6 up here. And now for the function we have to integrate, all I have to do is call upon f1 of x. And so for that, I click on the var button, which is directly above the 9 on our keyboard. So if I click on var, we can see it says f1, and that's the function that's been stored in the Scratchpad's memory. So if I click on f1, we can see that it's followed by a pair of parentheses, inside of which all we have to type is the variable, which is x. We exit all that and place an x following the d, like so. And now that that's done, we simply have to click on Enter. And we're done. Once again, we get the same answer, of course. This definite integral is equal to 10.7. And there we go. That's how we can evaluate definite integrals using the TI-Nspire CX. Remember, if you're an IBAISL math student, then in theory, the method we've just seen for calculating definite integrals is also the same as the method you'll use for calculating areas enclosed by a curve and the x-axis, since your syllabus states that you'll only be seeing functions that are above the x-axis. Nevertheless, I would strongly suggest that you also learn how to calculate areas for curves that go underneath the x-axis, as you may well need it for your internal assessment, your IA, and also a part of me feels that it's always best to play it safe in case of a twisted question in an exam. And for all other IB students, remember that what we've learned here is how to calculate definite integrals with the calculator. For areas enclosed by a curve and the x-axis, make sure to watch the video in which I show how to do that. All that being said and done, that's it for this tutorial.